What up, cruise ship on the Just Mike? We're back in here, back on another one. Got some news for you guys now. The audio that I'm going to be playing for you guys is a clip from NSA leaker Edward Snowden, and basically, this is him in his own words explaining why he decided to come forward at this time and divulge this information about the NSA basically spying on America, and these somewhat could be viewed as unconstitutional acts. So this is him in his own words talking about the whole incident.
We saw that focus very narrowly tailored as foreign intelligence gathered overseas. Now, increasingly, we see that it's happening domestically, and to do that, the NSA specifically targets the communications of everyone. It ingests them by default. It collects them in its system, and it filters them, and it analyzes them, and it measures them, and it stores them for periods of time, simply because that's the easiest, most efficient, and most valuable way to achieve these ends. So while they may be intending to target someone associated with a foreign government or someone that they suspect of terrorism, they're collecting your communications to do so. Any analyst at any time can target anyone, any selector, anywhere. Where those communications will be picked up depends on the range of the sensor networks and the authorities that that analyst is empowered with. Not all analysts have the ability to target everything, but I, sitting at my desk, certainly have the authorities to wiretap anyone, from you or your accountant to a federal judge to even the president if I had a personal email.
One of the extraordinary parts about this episode is that usually whistleblowers do what they do anonymously and take steps to remain anonymous for as long as they can, which they hope often is forever. You, on the other hand, have decided to do the opposite, which is to declare yourself openly as the person behind these disclosures. Why did you choose to do that?
I think that the public is owed an explanation of the motivations behind the people who make these disclosures that are outside of the democratic model. When you are subverting the power of government, that's a fundamentally dangerous thing to democracy. And if you do that in secret consistently, as the government does when it wants to benefit from a secret action that it took, it'll kind of give its officials a mandate to go, hey, tell the press about this thing and that thing, so the public is on our side. But they rarely, if ever, do that when an abuse occurs. That falls to individual citizens, but they're typically maligned. It becomes a thing of these people are against the country, they're against the government. But I'm not. I'm no different from anybody else. I don't have special skills. I'm just another guy who sits there day to day in the office, watches what's happening, and goes, this is something that's not our place to decide. The public needs to decide whether these programs and policies are right or wrong. And I'm willing to go on with the record to defend the authenticity of them and say, I didn't change these. I didn't modify the story. This is the truth.
Now, he touches on a lot of subjects in this interview, which is more than 12 minutes long. So, guys, if you haven't heard the original interview, definitely check the Show More directory. I will have the full interview there. But, he touches on some of the things and why he decided to do what he do, and basically saying that we don't have the power, or we shouldn't have the power as the government, to basically be able to go in and take everyone's information just because we're trying to find a few bad guys, and then just so insequentially be able to take a lot of person's personal information, and also where you don't even have to do something wrong. It could just be a thought that you've done something wrong, and then they have your whole life story laid out, and they're able to search what you do through social media and use that against you. So I just think that this was a pretty big deal, man. I mean, he opened up something that is inherently a powder keg of, right and wrong. And a lot of people say, well, what he did was illegal. But is it illegal if you're exposing a unconstitutional act by the government. You know what I'm saying? But it's just my opinion on everything. I want to know what you guys think about this whole situation. What do you think about Eric Snowden leaking this information to the public? Do you think he's a villain? Do you think he's a criminal? Do you think he should be prosecuted, or should he be looked at as a real hero to America for, kind of like standing up and talking about the injustices that's going on within our own government? I want to know what you guys think. Hit me in the comment box. Let me know what you think. That's it for this one. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to share the video. And make sure to add me on Twitter at JustMike77. That's the best way to stay up to date on all my reviews. And if this is your first time hanging with us, make sure to hit that subscribe button by hitting the annotation either up top or down below. But that's it for this one, man. I will definitely see you guys on the next vlog. Until then, it's your partner Just Mike. Stay up, much love, and I'm out.